Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Road to 180, which is my journey from 240 pounds all the way down to 180 pounds, or as close as possible. So for those of you who are new to this journey, or if you just want a quick little refresher, I will, of course, post the recap of the rules of my cut up on the screen right here for you to take a look at. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So last week I had posted an astronomical weight loss total. I think it was 5.6 pounds, which was absolutely unprecedented. And the week before that was also something crazy, like 3.2, which is well above the target that I had set for myself, which is 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. This week, it's a little bit less than I would have hoped. My weigh-in total as of this Sunday morning is 217.4 pounds, which is 0.8 pounds, a 0.8 pound loss. So it's still a loss, but it's well below that 1.5, 2 pound mark. I'm not necessarily upset about this because, of course, the 2 weeks previous it was really weird. It seemed like the pounds were falling off. So I did kind of expect there to be a little bit of a correction coming in. You can't lose weight at, 3 pounds or 5 pounds or even 6 pounds a week without severely starving yourself. So I'm not sure if it did have something to do with me calculating my calories wrong, or if it's the type of food that I'm eating. In any event, we'll take it. It's still heading in the right direction. We're still on track, and we're still lighter than we've been in quite some time. So yes, it's not the 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, but I'm still happy with it, and we keep going regardless. So, of course, as with every episode, I will post the progress picture that I took this morning right on the screen here in comparison to my original. And again, I am starting to notice a little bit more of a difference. I'm looking leaner. I'm not looking as full, I guess you could say, as I was in my original progress picture. But again, like I mentioned in every video, and I'm sorry for being a broken record, but I just can't wait to get down to around 200, so that way we can really start to see what we look like. So, update, or rather, before the workouts, what I ate this week. So last week I was just eating chuck roll steak, and yeah, that's about it. This week I switched it up a little bit. So we were eating mostly ground beef, some strip steak. I had these turkey sausages as well that I was eating. And I will admit, I did break my rule. I said I probably wasn't going to eat many plant products. I did have this pepper and onion mix as well, just to add a little bit more volume, because I noticed myself getting a little bit hungrier. Now, I'm not sure if this has something to do with the fact that the rate slowed. I don't necessarily think so. But at the same time, again, my body's been so used to consuming mostly just animal products. It could have been like, oh, okay, what's this? So I will probably be incorporating those every now and again. But to be completely honest, I find that if I eat too much of it, it does bloat me a lot, and I don't necessarily feel, as light on my feet. I know that kind of sounds a little bit paradoxical, because there are some people who say, oh, well, if I don't eat animal products, I feel a little bit lighter. I'm kind of the opposite. If I have just a 10-ounce strip steak and about 1 pound of ground beef, I feel great. I don't feel, over encumbered. I don't feel like I've eaten a whole lot. If anything, I kind of feel hungry after eating it. But that being said, that's what I ate this week. And the week that's coming up and going forward, again, we're going to stick with it, but I probably will be incorporating, some of those, some peppers or some cucumber or whatever else, or tomatoes, just to sort of add a little bit more variety to it. And as long as I stay away from grains and legumes, which are the real bad offenders for me, I think I should be okay. So, update on my workouts. So you can see the comparison right here. And I'm not going to lie to you, I'm really starting to feel the lack of energy from my calories in my workouts. I was able to push 90 pounds on the dumbbell press. However, again, I wasn't able to do, a full 4 sets of 6, just mainly because, again, I noticed myself getting gassed out. I also started to feel some kind of like a little bit of weirdness in my core around where my hernia site was, so I figured, okay, like I don't want to overstrain. You'll notice as well that there's also incline chest press or an incline bench press on there, so I've started to do those as well, just to sort of switch it up. I will eventually be doing a transition away from dumbbells into more of just flat and incline benching, just because, one, I miss it, and two, my body's been doing this routine for a fair bit now, so it's almost been a year, so I don't want it to sort of get complacent. And I will be periodically switching up some exercises just to keep my body on its toes. Like Arnold says, you got to shock the muscle, shock the body. So hopefully we can, we'll see some progress that way, and it'll keep us nice and alert. And not bored during the workouts. I don't want my workouts to feel like a chore. If anything, it's sort of my one escape from, I shouldn't really say an escape, but it is almost like a meditation when I'm there. It's a place where I can just shut my mind off and just go and work out, and then roast in the sauna for a half hour afterwards. Essentially, the reason why I like it is because the only thing on my to-do list when I'm there is to complete the exercise and breathe. And it's fantastic. It's very liberating. And yeah, more people should do it, in my opinion. So, general thoughts on the journey. Like I said, I mean, the loss wasn't astronomical. I was expecting this, though. And there will be times throughout an extended calorie deficit where it may seem like you're stagnating a little bit, and then you're going to have this almost whoosh effect where in a couple of weeks you'll just shed pounds. So that's probably what happened the previous 2 weeks. We might be going through a little bit more of a lull here. I am hoping that it will get a little bit more consistent, because again, I would just like it to be like my first cut, where it was very consistent, 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. But again, like I said, we're going in the right direction. Even if it's only by, 0.1 of a pound or whatever, I'll take it, just as long as I'm not going the other way. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I have to say I'm more so excited for the end of it rather than the journey of it, which, I mean, for me, ultimately, I just can't wait to see what it's going to be like. I have to be patient. I know I don't want to rush it as well, even though I know we say we're going to try to do it as quickly as possible. But at the same time, I'm just really excited to see what the final result is going to be. So we're over a third of the way there. We're almost halfway there. We've got another 7.5 pounds before we're at the halfway point, and it should be smooth sailing from here on out. So yeah, if you found this entertaining, informative, any of the above, none of the above, drop a like on the video and a comment down below to share your thoughts. Thank you again for the support. I'll put a pin in it there. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great week ahead of you, and I will see you next week with an update. Take care, everybody.